Hey folks, Dr. Starr, Silver Spring Medical Center. So, continuation. So what foods do we eat? All right. I usually will get about 10-15 minutes into a discussion with a patient about general nutrition, about proper eating, and really what it takes. And inevitably, patients will say, "Well, doc, I know why I'm still heavy. I just don't work out enough." And unfortunately, there's a lot of myths that need to really be dispelled. In order to be a healthy weight, it really doesn't take a lot of working out or exercise. You should exercise, but it's for the purpose of being a little bit more in fit. Fitness is different from being in a healthy weight. You're an unhealthy weight and you're overweight because of the foods you're eating, not because of the lack of exercise. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't exercise. It doesn't mean you don't have to, and it also doesn't mean that it won't help. But generally, the cookies or brownies or ice cream, cake, or whatever you had on the weekend, you will not be able to work off at the gym. It just doesn't work that way. You don't believe me? Go to any gym in the country, and you'll see people that are in spinning classes and working out, cardio kickboxing, and they're working up a sweat, and their body is still quite overweight. You're not going to win. The only people who can really work out and stay healthy looking and healthy weight are professional athletes, or if you're in the gym 5-6 hours a day. Then you can eat pretty much whatever you want. It won't make a difference because your body will simply burn it off. The average person doesn't do that. The average person is going to be hard pressed to get 2, 3, 4, 600 calories burned just from exercising per day. If you are, fantastic, good for you. I mean, if I go out running 30, 40 minutes, I'm going to burn 600-700 calories. I'm not doing that every day. If I did that every day, I might be able to get away with eating a little bit more. But again, don't be fooled by eating foods that are not healthy for you, which cause you to gain weight, with artificially burning them off by increasing your metabolism of working out. That's not what you want to do. The working out should not be to shape your body. That should be just to tone the body, make it a little more fit and healthy cardiovascular-wise. Okay, so I'm getting off the point, but the point is, what do we eat? When I get through high-fat foods, which are predominantly the animal products, any things that are dairy or meat or fish or chicken or pork, all of those things are fairly high in fat concentration, fat percentage. And as we've always said before, the most profound two statements in medicine, the most, as far as I'm concerned, most profound wise statements are: number one, you are what you eat. You are literally what you eat. All right? Where do you think you get the tissue? Where do you think you get the building blocks for your body to rejuvenate and replace the old tissues with the new cells? From the foods you eat. Okay, so put in good material, you're going to be able to be built with good material. That is absolutely profound and very, very true. Statement number two is the fat that you eat is the fat that you wear around your body. That is undoubtedly true. Eat high-fat diets, you will become a high-fat body percentage. It's no surprise, we've said for years, that the average American eats their calorie intake is somewhere between 40 and 60%. Usually it's around 50%, give or take a little bit, depending on your environment, depending on what you're actually eating. So it's no surprise that when we do body composition analyses in the office and we see what a person's body percentage or body fat percentage is, it's in the 40 to 50% range. Sometimes it's mid to high 30s. A lot of times with obese patients, it's in the 40s. Sometimes it's tipping the scale, literally. 51, 52% body fat. That means a majority of what makes up you is fat. If that's not from what you eat, if that's not good enough evidence for you, I'm sorry, I don't know what is. But if you eat foods that are low in fat, your body becomes low fat percentage. If you eat foods that are high in body fat and fat percentage, your body becomes high fat body fat percentage. It's the end of the day. Not enough carbohydrates in my brain. Sorry. Anyways, so the question ultimately comes down to, Doc, what am I supposed to eat? What's food? So what's normal food? What's natural food for humans? Okay? And like we said in the previous video, the animals on the planet, the species in nature, they know what to eat. They have their diet. They don't have to ask questions. They don't have to look it up in Google. They don't have to go to a doctor. They don't have to talk to a nutritionist or their brother-in-law who finished medical school. They don't have to ask those questions. They just simply eat what's natural to them. Okay, so what's natural to humans are foods that are high in water, high in fiber, high in good carbohydrates. Okay? Simple and complex sugars, ideally simple. All right? Why? Because ultimately the food and fuel for your body is glucose, sugar, blood sugar. I know in this country we're thinking, oh, sugar's bad, it makes you fat. No, 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 no. Look at some of the other videos that we put out. Sugar doesn't make you fat. All right? The simple fuel for the cells in the body and exclusively for the brain is glucose. The body's so smart and it so desires glucose and carbohydrates that if you only give it fats and proteins, I won't mention any diets, Atkins, but if you have primarily high fat, high protein diets and void or very, very low in carbohydrates, your body through a process of gluconeogenesis will break down the fats and proteins and convert them into sugar. It doesn't want to do that. It doesn't like to do that. It's a very labor-intensive process. But it will because it has to. It has to survive. So why do we do that to our bodies? Just give it what it wants. Give it what it needs. Simple sugars. Ah, excellent. So where do we find those? Well, guess what? There's 0 carbohydrates, sugars, in chicken, beef, pork, fish, eggs. Not a small percentage. 0, 0, none, nada, efes, zilch. Is that starting to make sense? You have fat, protein, and water. That's it. That's what makes up some minerals and whatnot. But nothing as far as carbohydrates. The only carbohydrate that's found in animal products is in dairy. And that's a sugar called lactose, which most humans are fairly allergic to or intolerant to. If not now, certainly later on in life. Most people will not be able to tolerate it. Okay? So you have the foods, what your body desires the most, which is high water, which again, meats and animal products are practically void of water. Okay? A little bit, but not a whole lot. Fiber, we need fiber for our digestive systems, which are very, very long, much longer than carnivore digestive tracts. We don't like to have that type of food, heavy in fats, heavy in proteins in our system for too long. So we have fiber that helps try to move things through. It is 0 in meats and dairy, 0 fiber. Fiber is only a carbohydrate. It's only made from plants. It's not in any animal products. All right? We also need a lot of vitamins and minerals. Okay, the highest source of vitamins of any food product on this planet is fruit. Hands down. There's nothing, no other food component, no other food product on this planet that's higher in vitamins. They're number 1. Fruit happens to be number 2 in minerals. The second food item that's highest in minerals out of anything. Any product, any edible product on this planet, the highest source of rich minerals is vegetables. Okay? The 2 highest foods that are highest in water is fruits and vegetables. Is that starting to make sense? So the most ideal food for a human is fruits and secondarily vegetables as a food source. So fruits and vegetables are the best source of nutrients. And I get all the time, well, I can't just eat fruits and vegetables. Like, don't I need meat? Don't I need milk? Don't I need to? No, you don't. You're talking about foods that are highest in water, highest in fiber, highest in vitamin, highest in minerals. What more do you want? Oh, but it's boring. I'll still get hungry. No, you won't get hungry. Just eat more. So the answer is all of the medical research points to the best foods in the planet for humans is fruit, vegetables, with some grains and seeds, but in lower concentration. As far as animal products, we're not designed to eat them. And I tell this to patients in consults all the time. I'm not going to play a song and dance. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to be PC. I will be in your face. I will tell you the truth. Because if I don't tell you the truth, other people won't. And you've already been duped. You've already been sold to. You've already been lied to. By the industry, by the food industry, by the media, by things that are a little bit more PC. I'll tell you the truth. You want to be healthy? The closer you get to animal products, the more you get close to the higher fat, higher protein, higher salt, higher cholesterol, higher saturated fats, the closer you will be to dying. Plain and simple. They will kill you eventually. If you eat poorly, it'll kill you. I mean, that's the truth. What else do you want me to tell you? Now, conversely, the closer you get to eating more fruits, more vegetables, more grains, more seeds, more whole food plant-based diet, which is what all of the medical research out there indicates, the healthier you'll be. Which direction you want to go? This way or this way? It's your call.